She called back. Hello?
I'm so sorry for hanging up. I meant to say okay, but I just nodded my head instead.
Okay. I suppressed a chuckle. She sounds so cute when she's flushed. What the hell was that? She nodded her head, and then what? When like nodding, her chin accidentally pressed like the hang up button or something? What? It's still not the goddamn weekend. Still no private violin performance for Mayu, but however, this is sort of another kind of event with Mayu, where this is after our match against Tatsuo's team, where we defeated them and we celebrate in Show's party basement with all the other, you know, drunk teenagers and whatnot. So yeah, let's hang out with Mayu here. Making my way back to the living room, I spot Mayu standing awkwardly to the side while Show chats with his brosifs. He's shaking his head as if refusing an invitation, but his friends are persistent and won't take no for an answer. When they realize Show won't go willingly with them, they literally pick him up and carry him away. Show waves helplessly at Mayu, who waves back at Show. She seems really nervous to be left on her own. Don't worry, we'll keep you company, Mayu. As I walk over to keep her company, some other guy from another dorm swoops in, 2 drinks in his hand. No, dude.
Pretty girl like you shouldn't be hanging out alone.
Agree. That's why I'm going to her right now. Mayu shrinks away as the guy leans in.
I wasn't alone. I was just talking to a friend.
Oh yeah? Where is he?
Here he is. Let's swoop in.
Oh,
Come on, we gotta rescue her.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Why don't you come and enjoy the party with me?
Dude.
I don't know. I should probably wait for my friend to get back.
I actually feel for Mayu, because this is kind of a familiar situation, you know? If you were ever with your friends or something, if you're ever together with a friend at an event, where he is more familiar with the people that are there than you are, you're just kind of tagging along with him, right? And he is there because a lot of his other friends are there too. And then that person, your friend that you came along with, kind of goes together with the other friends, and like, oh, I'll be right back. Then you're standing there like, oh shit, like, what the fuck do I do here then? The only reason I came here was to sort of, you know, hang out with you, and yet you left me alone here right now? Like, what do I do? Like, it's so fucking weird, and yeah, I don't know what to do. He offers her one of the drinks in her hand.
Sure, I get it. Why don't I keep you company until he gets back? Here, I noticed you were empty-handed, so I got you a drink.
Mayu really doesn't strike me as a girl who drinks.
That's nice of you, but I don't drink.
I knew it. He laughs.
Just one drink, I promise. Then I'll leave you alone.
Okay, definitely a roofie in it.
No, thank you. Really, I don't drink.
Good, Mayu, be strong. Don't let him, don't let him smooth talk you into taking a drink that has a roofie in it.
Come on, live a little. What harm can it do?
Some people just live their own way, okay? You can live your own frat life however you want to, but that doesn't mean other people have to do it the same way you do. Mayu shuffles uncomfortably from the man's insistence. Come on, we gotta swoop in there. Pretend to be a boyfriend, accept a drink for yourself, stand up for Mayu. Uh-oh. Pretend to be her boyfriend? She'll understand, right? She'll understand. Sure, let's do that. I throw a protective arm around Mayu, although this might make her a bit uncomfortable too, but at least it'll make her less uncomfortable than being around this other dude. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. Mayu blinks at me in surprise. The other guy narrows his eyes.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the friend she was waiting for. I'm her boyfriend. Who are you? He looks at the two of us and laughs.
You gotta be kidding me. This is your boyfriend?
What do you mean, this? Mayu glances at me again, then steals her resolve and nods once, leaning into me. Oh, she's playing along. Nice, Mayu.
Yes.
Oh, damn. She caught on quickly. Even though I started this charade, I can feel myself growing warm from Mayu's reaction.
Forget it. This isn't worth the trouble.
Cause you know you ain't winning this battle against me, dude. Get out of here, frat bro. With a huff, he walks away. Mayu breathes a sigh of relief.
Thanks.
You're welcome. It's fun to pretend to be your boyfriend. No problem. We stand side by side against the wall, while the party rages on around us. Mayu has her hands folded and is pointedly looking away from me. I focus on my drink. So, parties aren't really your thing, huh? She blinks at me and meets my eyes, then shyly looks away. At least not these kind of parties.
What makes you say that?
Cause, you know, we're the type of people that are standing awkwardly on the side, leaning against the wall, while the rest are talking, conversing, drinking, having fun, all the other shit. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that you don't seem too comfortable. She lets out a small laugh.
I guess not. This is more something that Sho enjoys, and I just come along to keep him company.
Okay, but see, this is definitely something she does it because she likes him. Otherwise, she wouldn't do this. Like, does Sho look like the kind of guy that needs company? Like, he got dragged off by his friends. He doesn't need her company per se, you know? She's only doing this because she wants to be close with him because she likes him. But Sho's stupid, dense head can't understand that. She gives me a sidelong glance.
What about you? Is this your scene?
Sometimes, not always. They're okay, you bet it is. What a waste of time. They're okay. I shrug. If I'm in a mood for them, I think they're fun. Yeah, sometimes I can be in a party mood, but sometimes not, and I'm actually exactly like Mayu, and I'm just kind of standing awkwardly on the side. Yeah.
I know what you mean. Small parties aren't too bad, but a big one like this...
A loud crash interrupts Mayu as someone tumbles over a chair. A roar of laughter follows while the guy tries to get back on his feet. Yeah, this can be a little overwhelming. Mayu nods. So, if this isn't really your thing, what kind of thing do you like?
Well, I like reading.
You mean like studying?
No, like novels. Especially fantasy novels.
Ooh, fantasy novels. How come?
Because they have the most fantastic world. It's always so different. And when I'm reading, I feel like I'm there exploring the same magical place they are.
Oh yeah.
In those worlds, anything can happen. There are no rules.
She actually sounds so excited, it's cute. But I feel like the reason she probably likes these fantasy worlds, and like she said, like there's no rules, anything can happen. But I feel like it's probably because she has kind of lived, or her upbringing was kind of strict, you know, because of her father as well. We've known that partly. She mentioned that in, I believe, her second, in like the one in our first playthrough in the very beginning when we hung out with Mayu. She mentioned that her upbringing was a little bit strict. So, you know, when your upbringing yourself has become kind of strict, you try to look for other ways to sort of, you know, do things that you're otherwise not supposed to or aren't allowed to or something like that, you know? And then, yeah, fantasy novels is definitely a very good way of doing that. Mayu grins, as for once there's a spark in her eyes. It's kind of nice to see this side of her. Heh, I had no idea you were such a bookworm. What else do you like? She hesitates.
Promise you won't make fun of me.
Of course not. Do I seem like that type of guy? Maybe. Of course I won't.
I really like to play chess.
Oh wow, really? I mean, I kind of used to play a lot of chess. That was in elementary school though. I was like the best out of the school? I don't know, in our elementary school, playing chess was for some reason kind of a big thing. Because I remember, at least like the class that I was in, it was always a competition between who was the smartest of the class, who got like the highest, I guess, sort of grades and whatnot. Or the thing is, in our elementary school, we never really got grades. It was always just like you got 50 questions, and it was always sort of marked by how many questions you got right. And they were like, okay, whoever got the most questions right on the test or something like that, you know, they were like considered the smartest. And considering that chess was sort of, you know, it's a strategic game, it requires some thinking, so chess was also another way for me and the other people in our class to sort of compete over who was the smartest. So I used to play a lot of chess. Not that I was the best out of my class, but we just weren't good at it because we were like, what, 10 or something, you know? Nobody was like chess prodigies or geniuses. You do? She nods. Oh. She looks back down to the ground and shuffles her feet.
It's stupid, I know.
No, that's pretty cool. No, it's not. She glances up at me in surprise. I mean, I freaking love to play Go, but that's because I fell in love with it because of Hikaru no Go. That anime was awesome. Does Sho usually play against you?
No, he thinks it's boring. It's too slow.
I mean, you can play blitz chess, right? That's like you have to move within 30 seconds or something like that. Just move really, really fast. Who do you play against? Uh-oh, she's gonna say AI or the computer. Mayu shrugs. Or online. You can play it online too, of course. Well, maybe we can play sometime. The sparkle returns to her eyes.
You think so?
Sure, of course. Yeah. I haven't played in a while, so I hope you won't mind giving me a refresher.
I'd be happy to.
Mayu stares at the sea of faces in the crowd and spots Sho waving at us. We should probably... Oh wait, that's what she says. We should probably head over and see what he wants. Yeah.
Thanks for keeping me company.
That's okay, Mayu. I certainly don't have an ulterior motive for it at all. Wink wink. What are friends for? She rubs at her arm shyly, then gestures for me to follow before disappearing into the crowd. The rest of the party is a whirlwind of music and laughter. It's late by the time I get home, and everyone is already asleep. I tiptoe into my room and collapse onto my bed. Exhausted, I fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow. Oh yes, finally it's weekend! Mayu indeed owes us a violin lesson. I wonder if Mayu is free today. I'm still really curious as to how she is on the violin. I mean, I want to see her fingering techniques, you know? Taking my phone out of my pocket, I tap Mayu's name. She answers only after one ring. She must have her phone like, you know, in reaching distance every single time she picks up so fast.
Hello?
Hey Mayu. See if she's free to play for me today. Cash in on the private show. Hope you haven't forgotten about your promise. Alright, let's just bring it up casually, you know? I was just calling to see if you're free today. Hint, 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 hint.
Not at the moment.
Oh, what, really? Something with your dad again? Please don't say that. Oh.
Wait! I mean, I'm not free because I was just about to call you.
Oh, that means you are free! What are you talking about, Mayu? Really?
Yes. I promised I'd play for you this weekend. So that's what I'm going to do.
Oh yes, she actually was going to keep her... That's the thing, right? She promised, but she was actually going to call us as well. Like, oh yeah, I promised you that I would play for you. Meaning she wants to as well. It's not like kind of a reluctancy thing where she's like, well, he's gonna probably call again, so I'll have to play for him. She actually kind of seems excited about playing for me as well. Or at least her promise means a lot, that she's the person that's going after us rather than us going to have to go after her. Yeah, you know what I mean. Wow, she doesn't take her promises lightly. That being said, I'm really excited to finally hear Mayu play the violin. Alright, do you want to meet in the music room on the campus?
Okay, I'll head over right now.
Okay, let's go. Great, me too. I'll be there in a few. Did she just hang up on me without even saying bye? Is she that excited? Bzzz. Mayu Akami flashes across my phone. She called back. Hello?
I'm so sorry for hanging up. I meant to say okay, but I just nodded my head instead.
Okay. I suppress a chuckle. She sounds so cute when she's flustered. What the hell was that? She nodded her head, and then what? When like nodding, her chin accidentally pressed like the hang up button or something? What? It's okay.
Sorry again. I'll see you soon.
She is so flustered and kind of awkward that it's cute. Alright, see you soon. You know, it's like a baby bird trying to fly but is not entirely capable of doing it just yet. But it just keeps trying and it's just so adorable trying to see it flap its wings. There are a couple of awkward seconds of silence before she finally hangs up. I guess she was making sure not to cut me off this time. She's like, okay, I'm gonna wait for him to hang up so I'm not the one who cuts him off again. Sometimes I wonder if she is too polite for her own good. A little bit. Time to head out. After making my plans, I head downstairs. I arrive on campus and park as far away as I can. There's absolutely no way I want to be caught riding my bike while it looks like that. Yep, Nikki was at it again, you know, the whole part which she kind of sort of vandalizes our bike with the rainbows, butterflies, and all that stuff. It's quite a jog before I arrive on the main campus quad. I'm breathing heavily and feel warm by the time I arrive, so I take a few deep breaths to cool myself down. Pulling up the campus map on phone, I plot out the route for the music rooms and make my way to the cluster of liberal arts buildings, then enter the music hall. The first 2 practice rooms are empty, while the third one has a petite girl with her back facing the door. That's Mayu! Oh yeah, petite girl, blue hair. She hasn't noticed me at the entrance yet. Greet her, sneak attack! Time to bring out my inner ninja. She's probably gonna get scared to death, but it'll be funny, I hope. I crouch down and tiptoe over to Mayu. My steps are inaudible due to my past training as a covert operative, the details of which I cannot narrate. If I'm telling you the details of it, I'm afraid I'll have to kill you. Boo. Mayu squeals in surprise as she jumps away from me. Realizing it's just me, she presses a hand over her chest.
Don't do that!
I'm sorry, Mayu. It's just so funny to see her flustered, and it's adorable. She's breathing heavily. I can't help but feel a little guilty. Wow. Sorry.
It's okay.
She got really startled there. Her voice doesn't sound very convincing. As her body tension releases, I can see something gripped in her hand. What's that? Mayu opens her hand, revealing a small canister of pepper spray! Wow! Okay, she was really prepared in case of, I actually wouldn't be surprised if you had like a rape whistle too, you know, where like, oh god, a guy is coming after me, oh no! Food! Food! Help! I'm in trouble! Food! And then she pulls out the pepper spray too. Well, that could have ended badly. My eyes feel itchy just from looking at it.
It's for emergencies. Just in case.
I mean, I can kind of understand. Although you probably should have used it on the frat bro last party. Yeah, I get that. I'm just really glad your first reaction was not to spray it. She tucks it away in her pocket. Which pocket though?
It used to be, but Xiao's been on the receiving end a few times.
Why am I not surprised about that actually? She actually has a crush on him? This is so telling of Mayu. She actually has a crush on Xiao, yet she's actually pepper sprayed him a couple of times? A few times? Mayu sighs.
You'd think he'd learn. I just use it more carefully now.
Yeah, that's probably wise. Nobody likes to get peppered in the face. It's pepper time! Thank goodness for Xiao's shenanigans. In any case, I'm just glad that Mayu seems more relaxed now. Her instrument is already unpacked, and her music is on the stand. I'm surprised by how fast you set everything up.
I got here as soon as we hung up to practice.
Oh, so fast? Is she that excited? Practice?
Yes. I haven't played for anyone outside of family, so I got a little nervous and wanted to practice.
Aww, that's sweet. I mean, you're just playing for me. It's nothing serious.
It is!
Wow. Oh, I didn't expect her to yell, kind of. Mayu blinks after realizing she raised her voice. She looks down meekly and shuffles her feet.
I mean, it's my first time.
Don't worry. First time is always, you know, a bit nerve-wracking. I can understand. I believe in you, your choice of words. Yeah, her choice of words sometimes. But the funny thing is that she actually realizes it. Some girl with those choice of words are actually just completely oblivious because I guess they're that innocent, or, you know, innocent or ignorant, that's the word I was looking for. But she actually realizes immediately after, meaning she actually does have kind of, you know, a little bit of a dirty mind as well, because she realizes it. I believe in you. Let's pretend like it's just a practice session, and I'm not even here. Like in the Harry Potter books. Harry Potter, Double D Potter. This is my veil of invisibility. I pretend to put a cape over myself. Even the cape is invisible, that's how you know. Mayu giggles. Ooh, that looks adorable. She's actually blushing a bit, but she looks so serious. Like, look at how she's holding the violin. Definitely a violin master. I take a seat on a nearby piano bench and watch as she readies her violin and bow. She still looks a little nervous and retunes her violin to help her relax. Once content, she closes her eyes and begins playing. Damn. Wow. I'm listening to her music. Huh. She stopped abruptly. No, that sounded amazing. Mayu opens her eyes and looks dejected.
I'm sorry. That must have sounded so awful. I made so many mistakes.
You did? I didn't hear any. Really? It sounded pleasing to me. Yeah, that was like, you know, chocolate to my ears. Maybe her nerves are affecting her performance. You were awesome. Let's put your heart into it. Let's do round 2. No, she was awesome. You know, let's encourage her. She's probably, the thing is, even though she thinks she's doing bad, the thing, I am not a musical person, you know, so I couldn't even hear whether she wasn't hitting any notes correctly or incorrect or whatever. It just sounded pleasing to my ears. That's why I know that it was good or not. To me, at least, you know. But to someone who is musically talented and knows about the notes and whatnot, to them they probably sort of thought like, oh, that was a little bit bad, Mayu. But, you know, I gotta encourage her because this is her first time, and just because she made those mistakes doesn't mean that she's bad. It's just indicative of how nervous she is. So we should encourage her, make her feel more comfortable and relaxed. So she won't make those mistakes because of nervousness.
You're just saying that to make me feel better.
Yeah, but I won't let you know that, so I'm just saying nope. No, really. From a technical standpoint, your playing is brilliant. You've inspired me. I flip around and face the piano. Let's do it again. Together. Alright! For some reason we're able to play the piano. Right, okay, we had lessons when we were little, I remember. Mayu blinks in surprise, but nods. So this is the birth, remember when we were doing auditions for our band? This is the birth of that. That's why I feel like some of the events are actually not synced up that properly. Because that whole audition part with Mayu felt really random, right? In our first playthrough. But it actually requires you to do this particular free event first, because here you kind of find out like, oh, you're both into music, and then you both start playing together, both start jamming together, and like, oh yeah, we should create a band, you know? That's how probably all of that started. But because we didn't do this event before, it came out of nowhere actually. So I feel like, you know, I mean, I shouldn't go into the details of it, of like game design and whatnot. That's probably boring to you guys, but yeah, you could have probably thought of a couple more scenarios or something with Mayu event in case you didn't do the first one, that the second one doesn't unlock, and you know, yeah, whatever. My fingers hover over the piano keys as I glance back at Mayu. She nods at me and readies her violin. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go! We play music together. What? The music fades to an end as we stare silently at each other. While there are no words, I feel the bond between us grow stronger. See, we are getting closer with each other through our musical prowess.
You were incredible!
I want to hear more music. Let's just go back. There we go. Yeah. Let's just listen to this for a while. See how long it goes on. Because this sounds pretty good, right? Oh, that's it? Damn it. I thought it... Oh no, it starts back again. Okay. I mean, it sounds pretty, you know, peppy, pretty happy, upbeat. Yeah, I like this. This is pretty cool. I mean, violin isn't probably the type of music that I listen to, or classical, but still, knowing that it's Mayu playing this, as well as just it sounds pleasing to my ears, it's pretty cool to listen to. Alright, let's move on.
You were incredible!
You too, Mayu. We were incredible. Exactly, you could call us the Incredibles. Mayu beams and nods.
I didn't know you could play the piano so well.
Your violin made it sound good. Just one of my talents. It's from practicing. Now her violin, she is the star, okay? I'm just the backup pianist. I was really just playing off of you. I wouldn't sound nearly as good without you leading. Mayu blushes shyly.
I don't know about that.
Oh, come on, Mayu. Don't be so modest. Have you ever considered playing as part of an orchestra? To my surprise, Mayu nods. Oh, she did?
Actually, when I was in high school, I was invited to audition for a spot in our local community symphony orchestra.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. How did you do? She probably declined it, or backed out at the last second. She looks away. Yeah.
I didn't audition.
Aw, Mayu. Why not?
It's just not something I could have done.
See, this is what I mean. She just even though she's amazing and brilliant at it, just her confidence level or just embarrassedness prevents her from showing her talent to the world, which is kind of sad. Because you've never played in front of people?
No, I mean, sort of. I was nervous about that too, but mostly it was because I knew my father would never approve.
Why wouldn't he? Did you ask him? Her eyes grow wide at the suggestion, and she emphatically shakes her head.
Of course not!
Why not? Why, what? She sighs.
Akimis are pilots. It's in our blood, and it's what we are born to do.
Oh god, is that why you're a pilot? I mean, that's one thing. I mean, you know, I've never really noticed it until she brought it up just now. But, like, I don't know. With Kaori, you can definitely tell, like, she's very passionate about other things as well, especially like the kids at the daycare center for sure. But she was actually like practicing with her gear too. Like, she was actually pretty involved and liked piloting as well. Whereas I feel like with Mayu, I've never really seen one moment where she was you actually saw like her passion for it or something, you know, or that she actually liked it. Not saying that she does it and that she hates it or something, but it's just like, I feel like she's only a pilot right now out of obligation, because it's what her family is supposed to do, as she says. But is that what you want to do? Mayu blinks at me.
What do you mean?
You know, like free will, that's a thing that exists for people. If you want to do something, you should do it. Is a gear pilot what you want to be?
Yes. I've never considered anything else.
Because you're not allowed to consider something else? Or what about being a musician? The fact that you were asked to audition for a professional orchestra proves that you have talent.
Music is important for a well-rounded education, and it keeps the mind sharp. But it's not a profession.
Von Beethoven dude would like to have a conversation with you. I mean, that sentence sounded like, you know, something her father kept telling her. Like, Mayu was like, when she was little, like, Daddy, I actually like violin. Can I play music? And then the father just, like, kept repeating this word. No! Music is important for a well-rounded education and it keeps the mind sharp, but it is not a profession. Now repeat after me, Mayu. It is not a profession. Write it down 500 times and repeat it every single time, 300 times before you go to sleep. Otherwise, no cookies. You know, that kind of thing. Like, it was just a rehearsed sentence that she just had to say. That's almost sounded robotic. Of course it's a profession. Think of all the musical geniuses in the past. The composer who put together the music we just played.
It just couldn't happen!
Yeah, for you, because your family is like not that acceptant of it, unfortunately. Mayu blushes at her outburst.
Besides, it probably wasn't good enough to earn the seat in the orchestra anyway.
How do you know, Olga? I feel like her lack of confidence and like the fact that she's kind of embarrassed about playing in front of others. Maybe her parents they were not encouraged of her, right? They didn't encourage her with this at all. I feel like they were like, yeah, you just play because it's good for a well-rounded education, but don't you even dare enjoy it or think you're good at it, okay? Don't you dare, Mayu. Like, Like, otherwise, like, why would she say that if she isn't good enough? I feel like her parents just told her that, and she believes it. She looks away, and speaks quickly, as if blurting an afterthought. I can tell that this is her way of justifying passing up the audition. Mayu shuffles her feet, as silence settles in. Simple question. Do you enjoy playing music? She looks up at me, but doesn't hesitate in her response.
Yes.
Then bam, that's your answer to what you should do in life. Did you enjoy playing music with me? She blushes.
Yes.
Then the only thing left for us to do is to start a band. Boom, right there, baby. The Incredibles are in town. Mayu blinks.
I don't know about that.
Oh, come on, Mayu. What could it hurt? It's purely to keep our minds sharp and ensure we have a well-rounded education, you know? Nothing professional about it. A smile plays on her lips.
Well, I can't argue with that.
We used her logic against her. I propose we plan our first practice session as a newly formed band. Mayu nods.
When?
Right now. I grin. No time like the present. She giggles and raises her violin to her chin.
Ready.
This time I lead us into a fast-paced tempo, and Mayu easily keeps up. This type of music doesn't seem to be something she's used to, but judging by the big smile on her face, she's enjoying herself immensely. This is actually really cool because now this gives us more insight into like why we started the band, you know? It's kind of a thing we did for Mayu, which gives more meaning behind it, which makes it more awesome. Because back then it seemed random, but now that we know the reason behind it, that makes that whole audition part also seem more awesome to me. We continue to play together for a while until it gets late. We schedule our next band meeting, and then head out. I'm looking forward to the next jam session, hell yeah.